Hey, David. As always, a pleasure to connect with your friend. All right, let's jump in. If I do recall, there was something as well about your work, some change or some shift in your work. And I feel like, obviously, you have mentioned your work being an element here and not feeling, the satisfaction there. So let's connect into it. Let's see what just comes through first, and then we'll dive into your questions. There is happiness, mate. I've got the 9 of Cups, but I can see there's a bit of solo energy. All right, let's connect in. What does David need to know? Okay, first up, you have got the 2 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the World energy. Yeah. So, I mean, naturally, I do see the element of feeling a little bit stuck in something, what to do next, where you should go. There is going to be a shift here, okay? There is going to be a shift. Let's look more into this and what this is about. Got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles. This is interesting energy that's coming through. There is something about your relationship with, the first thing that was coming through, your relationship with your mum. If I recall, she's not around. So I don't know if this is a message from her or in the energy, but there's something about some pattern or behavior here. And I feel like this Page of Pentacles represents you. And yeah, there's something about the mother element, okay? And I think it's interesting because you said something about the retreat that you're going on. Was that grandmother spirit? Interesting. I feel like there's some message here, and just connecting into it, which seems to be about slow and steady. I feel like whoever this maternal figure is that was in your life, because I don't feel they're here right now, but it's something that you learnt from them when they were here. And there's something about being slow and steady and being grounded in who you are. I can see you going towards something, but there's also something about you as a child or a younger version of yourself that when you apply yourself or put yourself forward, there is some part of acceptance. And I feel sometimes this part of acceptance is that you go in with a part of you, but that part of you is it's like when you put something out and you're waiting to receive what comes back, and then you decide whether or not to go into that. And I think that's, a good thing. But there's something here about the lesson or the push forward with this of what are you leading towards? Because it seems to be around a female figure. So I don't know what the lesson is. Let's see, what else do they want to say here? Because there's more to it, because I can't just stop there. It's something about the way you show up in the world. Slow and steady is important. Being grounded is important in who you are as a person. You're strong, you're steady, you're capable. But there's something here about the feminine energy when you arrive to it. Yeah, there's something about it when you arrive to it. What else? Okay. You've got the 5 of Cups, the Fool, and the King of Wands. With the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. And look, you've even got the Ace of Pentacles. So I definitely feel there's a new beginning here, but there are a lot of options or choices that you could be looking at, which is natural in terms of making that decision. So there's something about either not being good enough or something about being accepted that I feel is very relevant here. I don't know too, again, the relationship that you had to always maintain your strength. It's kind of like you had to move slow towards things to be a stable ground, either for somebody or for something. And I feel like this is kind of playing out again, or something about it is playing out here, because it's like maybe too how you show up in the world. Maybe you feel like it's not necessarily not good enough, but there's a part of you that doesn't feel like whatever you do is not enough. Like people might see what you don't give versus what you give. And I feel like that could be playing part of this narrative or routine. And that might be part of your previous story. But again, you've got this strength and this groundedness and this, you're willing to go the extra mile for things and people, but you're not noisy when you do it, And I feel like there's something here about a new chapter, a new step forward. And this new step forward, I think, will be exciting for you. I don't know if you have strong fire energy naturally in your chart, your birth chart, but there's definitely something here about taking a step forward. I do recall something about a leadership position from the last session I did for you, but there seems to be something about stepping forward here, and also remembering where you may not feel good enough. What risks or what other kind of steps can you take that's going to put you in a position of, I think, like you said, you're focused, you're doing your thing, but there's something here between the Fool and the King of Wands energy, and that's taking a step towards something. But there's some reflection of what's missing as well that keeps coming up here. Let's get a little bit more. Got the Sun underneath. Nice. What is this Fool energy that's expressing itself right now? Okay, the Nine of Cups, which we did see when we first came in. The Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So this is something to do with relationship with, I think, the feminine, and also the safety and security in the feminine. I guess a question I have, we don't have a lot of cups on here. Yes, we have the Nine of Cups and Two of Cups, but what I mean by that is the emotional component. There's something missing here for you. Okay. And yeah, it could be naturally the partnership. So there's something here about a step forward or a new direction or a chance that you take on something that I feel is going to put you in a different energy, because right now the Pentacle energy is groundedness, is the 3D that we're in. The King of Wands is more so the experience. Okay. The experience that you have when you're in that element of following your goals, following your dreams. But it's like you need to take a chance on something. Again, there's like the missing piece, which you did talk about, right? The missing piece here. Abandonment could be a factor. Or you're looking at the energy, because what I would say is, are you looking for that feeling? That feeling and that connection when it comes to what makes you happy. Because right now that's what you could be chasing, is a feeling, which is understandable, right? When you meet someone new and the feeling that comes with that, the excitement that comes with that. But there's something lacking here about that for you. Let's see what the advice is when it comes to this. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So something needs to shift and change. So as you said, you're not feeling where you're meant to be right now. And that's your spirit saying something, okay? So let's just see what more this is. Okay, and also conflict in your role that's showing up. So what is this? What is this change with this Wheel of Fortune? Where does it want to take you? Okay, so it wants to take you somewhere. You've got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. I can see this little battle that you're experiencing right now. Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups with this Five of Wands. All the things that you could be feeling and experiencing is coming in different ways. I think there's where do you give, or a place that you feel balanced, that you feel supported, that you feel like you're in the right place because it's giving back to you too. I think there's also this part of something that feels emotionally connected. You said you're feeling numb. Four of Cups is very numb. So Spirit's kind of reconfirming your energy and also what you should be doing. So it's clear that there's a change here on the horizon, but let's get a little bit more, because the conflict that you're experiencing, naturally is starting on a mental note, but for you to get there, because you are spiritually aligned, there's something here about you being in conflict